Funding provided by the National Science Foundation.
Hi, my name is Alison Shapiro. I'm a first-year PhD student here at the University of Delaware in chemical engineering.
Hi, and I'm Jamael Ajah. I'm also a first-year PhD student in chemical engineering at the University of Delaware, and we are members of the NRT program. So today we're excited to have our NRT coordinator join us, Ajah.
Hi guys, how are we doing?
Good.
Welcome.
Thank you. I'm really excited to learn about recycling and how to do it properly and just more about the whole process. So thank you for inviting me to explain it all to me. I really appreciate it.
As you know, we have lots of different plastics in our everyday lives, like in our water bottles, in a plastic cup, in some plastic food packaging, and a plastic bag. But you might not have thought about what actually are plastics.
Yeah.
They're a type of material that we're going to represent with our paper chain clip called polymer. They're like a long chain of these each little individual parts, and together they add up and they make our plastics.
Okay.
And so you can have different kinds of plastics. So maybe you'll have this white one, that's the kind of plastic in your water bottle.
Okay.
And a blue one that is going to be a different kind of plastic that might be in this plastic cup. So they have some different properties. So even like this yogurt cup, as you can see, you can't see through it. It's not clear. Versus your plastic cup or water bottle that you totally can.
And they kind of have like different thicknesses too, right? Like this looks a little bit thicker than like this one is.
Exactly, yeah. So they're different properties, they work in different ways. And so to show some of those different properties, we're going to now head into the lab, do something called the shrinking plastic experiment.
Okay, cool.
Okay, before we go into the lab, there's a couple safety things. You need to always be wearing safety goggles in a chemical lab, and because I'm going to be touching things, I need to wear gloves in the lab. And because I'm going to be touching hot things, I'm going to wear heat-resistant gloves.
Okay.
So, now that we're all safe, we can head into the lab.
Sounds good.
Awesome. Now that we're in the lab, we can do the shrinking plastic experiment. And so we have 3 different kinds of plastic.
Okay.
This one's called PET. This one is from polystyrene. And this one is polypropylene. So 3 different kinds of plastic. And then what we have here is this fancy thing is just an oven that has been preheated to 350 Fahrenheit or 180 Celsius. And so what we're going to do is, this is just a little tray I made out of tin foil. And so we're going to put our plastics on the tray. I'm going to put on some heat-resistant gloves, just for safety. And open the oven. Open the oven. And put our plastics in for about a minute. And then let's see what happens. Okay, so now we can open it up. You can smell the lovely plastic.
I can smell it.
All right. Was a whole cup.
Yeah.
Now it's shrunk down and it's still hot. I can actually move it around and shape it. But soon it will be cool enough that it will just be hard plastic, totally shrunk down. So this one kind of plastic versus this yogurt cup, totally fine.
Yeah.
Hasn't moved at all. And your water bottle has only just shrunk in a little bit.
Wow.
So that's why the kinds of different plastic matter for when you're going to reprocessing it into a new kind of bottle or something.
Do you know that in the US, only 9% of plastic materials are recycled?
No, just 9%?
Yes.
Really? I thought it was more than that. Okay.
Yeah, it's very low. 75% of them are landfilled, 16% of them are burnt, which is very bad for the environment.
Yeah.
Yes. So we need to recycle more. And we have 2 major ways of recycling. So there's the mechanical recycling and chemical recycling.
Okay.
Mechanical recycling, we take out plastic materials, we squish them, apply temperature to them, and then we get a new different material from them.
Okay.
Yes, and then chemical recycling, on the other hand, we use chemicals to separate this plastic materials into different monomers, individual pieces, yes, and then we form the same material from the plastic. So for example, we take this plastic, deconstruct it, get monomers, and then we form the same kind of plastic.
So it can come back as another cup.
Exactly.
Okay,
Exactly.
that's pretty cool.
Yeah.
But in the other version, it can come back something completely different.
Yeah, it's gonna come back something different, a new product.
So this bag could have been a yogurt cup in its previous life.
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. Another thing we can do is called upcycling.
Okay.
So we take these plastic materials, make better products from them.
Okay.
So it's chemical upcycling. We can make fuels, lubricants, and other things.
Right.
And there's also a cool way to upcycle these materials that we can do at home.
Yeah.
You don't have to go to the lab or build an industry to do them. We can simply do them from the comfort of our home. So I have two quick
Examples,
examples
yeah.
to show to you. So this was formerly a plastic bottle. Used it, discarded it, and now I use it to store my pens.
It's a good idea, actually.
And then the second one is this is my self-watering garden.
This is cool.
Yes, so I have two plastic materials. I have the top, so plastic bottle with the cap, put my plant, and then put the soil, everything, and then I attached.
Say, what's that there?
Yes, so I got this from my used face masks. The strap on the face mask?
So that's another way of upcycling.
Yes.
You took an old face mask, took was it the string that goes
Yes,
around the ear?
yes.
Very cool.
And attached it.
Okay.
There are different grades of plastics that you can recycle. So,
Right.
for example, if you look at this, there's going to be a number. It's very tiny. We can see here. Yeah, so
Oh, yeah. Okay.
that's the one.
One.
And there are many inside. So, Alison, what's
These have them too?
Yep, so this one's a little easier to read. It's a 6.
Okay, yep.
These guys are a 5. Again, a little bit harder to read, but if you look closely, you can see
Really see it.
which numbers are which.
Yes. So
Okay.
different numbers from 1 to 7, and they present different kinds of materials that I'm going to show you.
So right now we're in Delaware, so you can go to just de.gov/recycling and see what all you can recycle in your area, but each municipality is probably going to have some different rules.
Okay.
In Delaware, you're good to recycle any plastic cup or plastic bottle. So basically everything
Anything
here
here.
can go in your recycling bin, but
Okay.
something like a plastic bag, you can't recycle in your normal recycling. If you've seen outside of like a grocery store, they have
Say they have like those little boxes outside the front door for you to put your used bags in.
yeah,
Okay.
so those go in a separate recycling stream, but again, you gotta look up where you are
Okay.
and what the laws are in that area.
And then finally, there are 5 R's that we can.
5 hours? Okay.
So in general, when you're thinking about your plastic, so the first R is refuse. So if someone gives you a plastic cup of water, you can say, no, I have a glass of water that I can already use.
Okay.
The second R is that you can reuse. So if someone does give you a plastic cup, you can use it more times than just one instead of getting a new one every
Right.
time. The third is gonna be reduce.
Okay.
So if someone says, here's 2 plastic cups, you can say, I only need 1.
Got it.
Again, we can then repurpose. So something like using your plastic cup for one of these
Yeah.
little devices, lots of other options.
Okay.
And finally, if you have no other options, then you can recycle it. But all these together give our plastic a longer lifetime using less plastic.
Thank you guys. This is really cool.
Yeah, thanks for coming
Thanks
to
for-
learn about plastic.
Funding provided by the National Science Foundation.